Since we talked last time, Suge got into his current situation. Have you been in contact with Suge
Not at all.
up until there?
Well, I ain't talked to Suge before then, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But before then, you weren't in contact. Because weren't you the president of Death Row at one point, or?
Yeah, 1974, I think it was. What was it? 88? Something like that. I don't know.
For a brief time,
I
you were the
can't
president.
keep count.
You were the president of Death Row.
Yeah, I lost count. Yeah.
But then you guys parted ways. I mean, what do you think about?
Death Row had more presidents than America.
Yeah. I think Cole 187 was president of Death Row at one point.
I mean, you did never know.
You never know who's president. What do you think about Suge's current situation?
I mean, I wish him the best, man. You know, it's a good nigga that was taken away, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
Did you know Terry?
We all knew Terry. He was a very good man, you know. I mean, to tell you the truth, California loved Terry Carter because he was loved by all neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't even give a fuck about what neighborhood he was from. They just loved him.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he was a very well-loved man in these streets.
I had a big tradee here a couple times, and they were very close. I guess Terry actually managed the East Siders in trade.
Interesting.
Tradee at one point. They were super close. And what he actually said was that Suge actually looked up to Terry.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know their relationship right then at that point, but I know I've talked to him several times, and you know, he was either going to see him or had just left him, and he was more like a mentor actually to Suge.
Oh, really? He was a mentor to Suge?
Yes.
So Suge looked up to Terry?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Highly.
Well, I'm gonna give you a bit of game. Yeah, it wasn't too many people that didn't.
Terry?
Motherfucking right. It's Terry Carter, cuz. Do your homework on that guy.
Yeah.
He was a real one, my nigga. Yeah, man. And you know, ain't too many people in this game and in these streets that didn't have love for cuz or didn't look up to cuz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was a big boy. In this game, he was a big boy.
Yeah.
He was not your normal fish in the pond. He was in the sea. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
We
loss
don't
was
wish jail on nobody though. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Cause you know, two real ones was taken away, man. You know, I love Suge, man, cause I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. If it wasn't for Suge, man, I don't know where I'd be. You know, Suge believed in us, man. You know, Suge pushed the line. Suge is one of the main reasons why the Dog Pound album came out. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't our time at the time, and Suge gave us our opportunity, me and Daz, to shine, and Snoop and Dr. Dre. So, you know what I mean? And Suge gave us a lot of game, and he changed our lives. He took us out of the streets.
Yeah.
So, you know, all the bullshit and bad blood, you know, that happens with business and with things. I mean, it happens with a lot of people, not just us. You know what I mean? And, you know, whatever it may be, I'm sure everybody can agree from death row. When you was on death row and you was on our level, you was taken care of properly.
Well, I remember I had Michelle A. here.
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up having a baby with Suge. She was telling me stories about how someone from death row, and she didn't say who it was, would call Suge at like 2 in the morning and say, "Hey, Suge, if I don't get 10,000, my mom's house is gonna get foreclosed on."
I remember people calling at 3 in the morning saying, "Yeah, my mom's house in foreclosure. She's gonna lose it by 6 o'clock tomorrow. Can you help?" He got out his bed, went and took her money, saved their parents' home. You know, I mean, really. Now, mind you, I don't know what the return on was at, but you had to gamble.
And I was rolling the Shaw. Me and my cousin Red Rum. I had Jermaine in the passenger seat, and I went to the gas station on Manchester and Crenshaw. And motherfucker, I pull out getting ready to roll. I'm in my Lexus. The police is, oh shit, I'm fucked. I'm hammered. I look hammered. Oh my God. Do I go? Do I let them pass? Do I go? Do I let? Fuck! I just go. Now once I cross Manchester, I'm not in LA anymore. I'm in Inglewood. Okay. So once I cross Manchester, woo! Lights, pull me over. I'm in Inglewood.
Okay.
So long story short, my phone call was to my baby mama Andrea, I think, and Andrea and her mama got in touch with somebody at death row, and Suge got out of bed, told David Kenner, Kurupt's in jail, get him up out, and David Kenner called the shot, and his lawyer got me up out of there by 6 a.m. If I wasn't out of there by then, I'd be on that bus to the county. Probably wouldn't be a Kurupt right now. You hear me, man?
They got the charges dropped and everything.
Man, when I walked in, I had the blue DPG shirt on. They let my cousin go. And I got the blue DPG shirt walking through the Inglewood jail. And first thing a nigga said was, hey, that's Dad's blood. It's over right there. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? He can say any of these names. Daz, Snoop. I could be RBX. I could be Trady. I could be Goldie. I could be any one of these names. And you're done. You in the Inglewood jail, man.
Inglewood's all bloods.
Are you serious? Oh, man. They was hungry to death, boy. They said, what they say, that's your ass, high top. Cancel Christmas. You understand me? And Suge got me out just like, you know, he did his thing like that, man. That's what Suge would do. I mean, we had a gangster boss, man. You know, we was just bad, man. All of us was bad as fuck, man. And, you know, that was the bomb thing about Suge, man. You know, he loved that about us. He loved that tenacity about us. He loved that G in us, man. And, you know, that attitude we had. And we were just from the streets, man. We just young Crips, man. And he loved that shit about us. And, you know, we get in sticky situations, and Suge always came through.
That's what I
Every
heard.
time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Never left a nigga high and dry.
We'll see what happens with his trial. I mean, he has a reasonable
I
chance
wish
of
him the
getting out.
best, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because really, basically, you know, it takes, you know, two niggas off the streets either way it goes. Terry's gone, and now Suge will be gone. I mean, the police get what they want out of it no matter what. So, you know, hopefully things will be good for them no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Because the image of Suge is not really, you know, who Suge is, you know what I'm saying? He always been cool with me, man.
Like, Charged Up was decent. It had some bars in it. Back to Back is a tough diss record. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
The beat is not that hard.
What?
The Charged Up, I
Nah.
mean, the back-to-back beat really could have been a lot better.
Yeah, but in the club it goes. And I tell y'all all the time, the greatest diss records in the world are the ones that play in the club.
That shit's dope. If I rapped about driving around in a fucking car and like fucking listening to country music, nobody would give a fuck about that shit. Like, I make music about some shit because it sound cool. Like, I like making music. I make cool music.